when the five-man is shooting the ball the way they do, and they just put pressure on your defense at all times. McMillan, we didn't have an answer for him. He's a heck of a player. But I thought our guys, 49 to 20 points in the paint, 12 to 6 points off turnovers, 17 to 10 second chance points. We out-rebounded by 14. We went to the foul line, 24 times. They went to the line 12. So we did some positive things. I think we've improved since a Kent State scrimmage to Alfred to Northridge and today. I thought our guys accepted their roles. I thought, we had 5 guys in double figures. We didn't shoot the ball well from threes, but we had some open looks. But we shoot 53% from the field. I thought it was a positive. Now, as I told the team, we can be happy we won, but we got to continue to work. We're nowhere near where we need to be to play the teams we're about to play, starting on Wednesday against Florida Gulf Coast. But I thought Chance came to play today. 27 and 6, 2 offensive rebounds. I thought Noel played extremely well. Melvin. I thought Jackson did a really good job, especially in the first half of offensive rebounding. I thought Dwayne, who started today, got us off with a good 3, and he made a couple moves to the basket. So we had a lot of guys that come in and help us today, and that's good to see.
Any questions for the student athletes first?
Chance, this is your first, I would say, early in the season, first huge game for you in a Bonnie's uniform. How did it feel out there, just seeing that many buckets falling?
I felt good out there, man. I know they Canisius got us the last 2 years, so we were hyped for this game. We were trying to punch them back, and following coach's game plan. We had a couple lapses, but we were able to make up for it and come out victorious.
Was it a concerted effort to get to the rim and get shots posted to the basket, or how much of that was just the way the game unfolded?
Just the makeup of our team. We're still working on getting better from shooting from range. So we're better downhill. So coach always emphasizes just attacking, owning the paint and winning the downhill game.
Melvin, like Chance just said, you guys are really good going downhill. Your speed and transition, you guys get a lot of points out of that. Just talk about how effective you are in using that speed and being able to control your body going downhill, being efficient that way.
It's my teammates. They know once I get the rebound, they're going to give me space to make room for me to go downhill. So give a shout out to all of them. And we just work on it in practice. So whatever we do in practice, it's going to be game time. So.
Chance. Melvin, when Canisius cut it to 8, then to 6 late, with about 1:40 left, and then after your team to lay up with about 1:17 left, pulled in the huddle at the timeout. What was the message within the team, with that late timeout, with about 1:17 left?
I told them that it's going to be a dogfight. We got ups and downs, but we got to maintain, and we got to get 3 stops at a time. That's what we did.
Chance, when you're on a new roster like this, and I assume it takes a little while to get together, you feel like you're on schedule, or did you get off to a good start in that sense in trying to blend?
I feel like, we've just been trying to come together since summertime. We practice every day. We bond together off the court. We're all just trying to buy in the coach's game plan. And I feel like, we're going to keep working. It's just going to keep getting better.
Melvin, what did you think about the atmosphere and having that many Bonnie's fans with you on a road game?
Coach had told us that it's going to be a Super Bowl. That we're going to, it's going to be Super Bowl. It's going to be a lot of fans for us. So we just try to put on the show, but I didn't believe him at first until I actually went on the court and let's go Bona. I was like, wow, it's crazy, right?
Anything else for the student athletes?
Chance, you went off for 27 tonight. Was one of the big reasons you chose to come to Bonaventure the ability to be a primary scorer and one of the go-to guys on a roster?
I would just say the coaches, the winning culture that they bring here. I feel like they believed in me when they were recruiting me, and they welcomed me on my visit. So I just felt like it was, the place I would be most successful at.
Great. Thank you, guys. Congrats on the win. You good to go? Any other questions for Coach?
Coach, you mentioned Chance's great night tonight. He provided a huge spark for you guys in the second half, creating that separation from Canisius. And his athleticism helps on the defensive end as well, getting around those screens. Just wanted to
his length, his athleticism, and excuse me, when he's engaged, he's a really good player. And we just got to make sure that he's engaged all the time. And today he was. And that's the talent that he has. He's got to work on things, the understanding of not helping in the corner and, some X and O things. But from an athletic standpoint, he's really gifted. And, and when he's playing the way he played today, we're that much better of a team.
Mark, how vital was this team's inside presence today? Like you said, 46 points in the paint, 37 rebounds. Why was the support against?
You win this game. You win basketball games in the paint by defending, keeping the ball out of the paint, by getting the ball to the paint, right, and then getting out rebounding teams, getting to the foul line. Those physical things. That's how you win. And you look at today. We got outscored by. Math is not great, but I think it's 27 points from threes. Right? But we dominated the paint. And I think if you dominate the paint, you can overcome those things. And believe me, we don't want to give up 14 threes. Our goal is to get 6, and they had 6 at halftime. But I think, with our guys playing downhill and attacking the paint and being aggressive, I think that's how we need to play to be successful this year.
Defending those threes, was it more just what they were coming up with? Or
No, it's like it's hard because they have a 5-man that can shoot, and it gets you in rotations, and so you have to try to decide: are we going to switch those ball screens? How are you going to play them? And sometimes we switched, sometimes we didn't. Then we got caught in rotations, and they hit, I think, 2 or 3 at the buzzer. Like where we were right there, and just give them credit. But it's they're a hard team to guard. Any team's hard to guard when they have a 5-man and they're running that 5-out stuff that can shoot the ball, and they space us out. And when they space us out, then they're driving and kicking, and so they're a hard guard. And give Coach Christian and those players credit.
You might normally not want to trade 2 for 3, but having the size advantage like you did, how much did you like?
Yeah, you never want to trade. You want to get stops and scores. But the way our makeup is, we got to get the ball to the paint, and we got to score going downhill. We got to score off of our defense. We got to score, in transition. That's the makeup of our team, and hopefully we can get better shooting the ball because we have some decent shooters. But right now, it's at the beginning of the year, we've got to go downhill and try to own the paint. And Noel was the biggest guy out there, and so that physicality is something that we need.
Mark, with the new rules in college basketball the last few years,
Yeah.
do you even have a sense of where you're going or how
No.
the progress is
Well,
going?
what we're doing now is like forget about all the NIL and the portal stuff, right? Now we have our team, like all that stuff in July, August, trying to put your team together. The best part of our job as coaches is these 7 months that we have with the kids, and we just try to develop them as best we can. And we don't run nearly as much as we used to. The execution probably isn't as good as if you had veteran guys. But the goal for us and the challenge for us is to get these guys to play together and to understand what we're trying to do. And we got better today. We're not nearly where we need to be, but we got better today.
Starting 2-0, getting your first road win, how does that just kind of get the ball going for you?
In order to have a good season, you got to protect your home court. And you can always slip up and lose 1 or 2 at home, but you got to win games on the road. And you have opportunities, and you got to steal some games on the road. And this is a game that we stole, and that's what you need. This is we call them road kills. This is our first road kill, and the more road kills you have, the better season you can have.